Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to another episode of Top Tier Talk. This week, we've all got double game weeks, so it's going to be an action-packed episode. We're going to start with Amir and Chelsea, who conceded 8 goals in 2 games to Liverpool and Wolves. So try and explain this one. Poch in or Poch out?
Watch out, next person. I'm joking.
What?
I'm joking. Let's go into the Liverpool game first. Coming into it, we're probably one of the more informed teams in the league based on the last 5 games, and we got absolutely demolished. Big. How do you call it? What's the word I want to use? I'm so disgusted at Sterling's performance, Chilwell's performance, Conor Gallagher, the bozo, them three especially, and Badiashile. Badiashile did his best Bakayoko against Watford performance. That Bradley guy, regen, absolutely done up a Premier League experienced player with multiple league titles like Sterling is absolutely disgusting, and he scored as well. Absolutely mental. I'm out. I'm Poch out now. Especially that Wolves game solidified it for me as well. The only thing I'll say about that Liverpool game, we should have had 2 pens. We should have had 2 pens, and you guys can argue that the
Well, and
Nkunku
lost
one.
4-3.
Yeah, we wouldn't have won the game. Yeah, but it's principle. See how quickly the ref was against us. He gave the Liverpool pen instantly, but the first one I wasn't convinced of, the Gallagher one, but the Nkunku one, he literally kicked him in the Achilles and didn't give anything. And big ups to Nkunku for that game. Before we go on, he did score a very nice goal, well taken. And yeah, go on. First question. Let's do it.
Okay, first, I would like to ask the first question. Can I ask, in the past, when Mourinho was sacked before the Tottenham final, have you at any capacity ever complained about that decision from Tottenham or judged it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so why is it different now? Why would you sack a manager before a final?
Because Mourinho.
Because he's a Chelsea fan. Chelsea fans have no brains.
When I talk, Vicario, Mourinho is a born winner. He's a born winner. You know, if you're going to a final of an experienced manager, you can win. Poch has gone to one Champions League final, bottled it. I think he was in like a League Cup final as well. He has no history of winning in England. There is no confidence there. The players don't even want to play for him anymore. With Mourinho, you knew there was a chance, however small it is, because he's a born winner, that they could have won something. That's why, obviously. And then they end up losing as well. That Liverpool game was crazy. And the fact that we've gone from a 1-1 at the start of the season where we should have probably beaten Liverpool to getting thrashed 4-1 shows the downgrade. And we've got Nkunku back. That's number 1. Number 2, going to the Wolves game. Wolves game, and I said before the game to L when we were out, we'll lose that game. I was sure of it. There's no confidence in this manager. There's no style of play. You guys can come and blame Caicedo for the goals, but if you look in that was a one still of before he lost the ball. He's in the midfield and there's no one around him. He's playing Enzo and Conor Gallagher as the 10s and higher up at the pitch. It doesn't work. He has nothing. He's isolated. Of course he's going to lose the ball. He lost the ball in the Liverpool game. It's going to happen. And there's nothing there. Cunha absolutely destroying us. There's like nothing that the centre-backs as well. Chilwell playing so up the pitch that Thiago Silva's pushing to left-back. And he's obviously going to get done. He's 39 years old. He's got a walking stick. Of course he's going to get done. There's so much imbalance in this team. And it's why I'm probably thinking now, Colwell at left-back, there's more balance because he's more defensive and he actually helps out Thiago Silva. So maybe Poch knew something there, but with Chilwell, there's nothing. It's crazy. There's nothing there. There's no style of play. It don't look like they're playing for him. I saw another picture of they were training in the gym and half the players look depressed. I'd be depressed there. Like, there's nothing there on the Poch. And with Nkunku coming back and starting, he's still putting Nkunku on the wing and played Conor Gallagher in the 10. Conor Gallagher is probably one of the worst Chelsea captains I've ever seen in my life. He's so bad. There's nothing there with him. He's a passionate cross-country runner. There's nothing else to him. Like, if we even sell him for 40 million, like, I'll be so happy.
Was it Spurs that were looking at him for like?
Bro, if they 80 million, I promise
80?
you, it was 80, like the valuation. Apparently they were contemplating it or something. We'll go into you and your raised hand, bro. That's coming like a Zoom interview, bro. What's going on here? Be back at work. There's nothing there with Conor Gallagher, and he plays him week in, week out. Sterling as well. Why is he playing? Like, it's too many bad decisions. Too many. Go on, Chavez, with your raised hand.
Okay, one thing. I know, like, you shouldn't at any capacity be losing to... Sorry, for context, I just raised my hand in Zoom. We've just discovered that as a group. Wolves, I know, like, you shouldn't be losing 4-1, but to be fair to Poch, he can't control deflected goals, and weren't like 2 or 3 of them just that. So it was quite
But the
unlucky.
fact that
And
they're getting in the
you've also
box
got
and no
Villa,
one's
mate. You've got a
covering
big
them.
game. Imagine you progress in the FA Cup, and
That's
that's
cool.
difficult.
That's cool. That's fine. Apparently
You
I've seen
can't
today,
sack Poch. It's such a weird time. You've got
mate.
such a
I
big
would
game.
sack Poch. Why not?
It's a big
But then
month for
doesn't that screw
Chelsea.
you over for your game on Wednesday, an
Mate,
FA Cup
I
match at
heard they're
Villa?
gonna sack him
Give
if
it to
there's no
Lampard.
chance of us getting in Europe. At least if we win the Carabao Cup, I think they get Europe. They get something, but I think it's Europa League. But we need Europe. Like
So based on
Music to my ears.
well, I was just going to ask you a
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
Obviously, you're saying you
yeah.
sack Poch. Just on a hypothetical, at this point last season, Graham Potter was 1 point better
That's
off.
so.
So if
You're
so,
looking
just
at it face value. You know
hypothetically,
half them points, by the way, Tuchel got to that point. So it's not actually Potter's points. If you look at Potter's, he was on like -15 by that point, mate.
well, I was gonna say, that would link into my question. If you could get back a previous manager,
Yes,
who would you go
Tuchel.
back to?
I'll
Would it
bite
be
your hand
Tuchel?
off for Tuchel. Of course it would be Tuchel. How could it not be Tuchel? He came into our club in January and changed us and won us the Champions League.
Not Jose?
Do you know what? Do you know what? Jose
Give it
is
Jose at the
so
end of the season.
nah, because he wouldn't do short term. He wouldn't.
Actually, I have a question quickly.
I'll take anything at the moment. I said there wasn't many, but there's a couple managers sacked now. Like I actually would take anyone else. I saw even today he's contemplating going to free at the back. Did I not tell you guys a month ago to go free at the back with how sus we are at the back? Like it's too many shit decisions, unfortunately. It's too many.
And
Go on, Miller.
also, well, I was gonna say,
Can't
Ellie,
spend
you had
that
a
much
question, didn't
money
you?
as well. You can't spend that much money on a midfielder.
Well,
with
that's exactly what I was going to
isolated-
say. I was going
Go
to say, like, let's say, for example, you do sack Poch, and then you say, I want Tuchel, I want Mourinho, I want, let's say, Klopp at the end of the season. I want all these managers are great and all, but then let's say, for example, the owner, like, he's spent all this money on these new players. Now, any manager who comes in, then he's going to obviously have to live up to the expectations of the owner as well. The owner's going to splash the cash as he already has done for the
No,
manager
I don't
and
think
expect
so.
us to buy new players.
Players
'Cause
like
obviously,
Caicedo, they can fit in a team. I think any of your managers will bite your hand off for like an Enzo and Caicedo. Obviously not their Chelsea form, but in like I think United would have taken
Player
Enzo. You lot would
profile.
exactly that profile. They're definitely world beaters. Like obviously their Chelsea form's not showing it, but you lot would have bite your hand off, and I'm still reckon they could make a lot of the higher end Premier League teams. So it's not like these players are one manager wants them. These players can be used by any manager. It's just this guy can't put them into a team, and that's the main issue.
I was going to ask, so basically, for me, when you sack a manager, that man is the biggest problem at the club. And that is the
No,
person
that's
that pays.
another thing.
Is
That's
that
another-
Pochettino for you?
No,
He's the
there is-
biggest problem.
At the moment, it's a bit shared with Poch and the board. The board, in terms of the fact that we need to sell now 150 million before end of June because of FFP, which is they've kind of brought this in, and the fact that they did get Poch wrong. Poch is wrong at the moment. We were built on lies in pre-season with Nkunku and Jackson and everything, and he hasn't actually adapted without having Nkunku for most of the season. So a lot of it is him as well. The board have made a lot of issues, but they've actually done a lot of decent as well. Like in terms of signings, I think Mudryk is 100% been a flop, but I don't think too many others are that bad. I think it's just the managers can't fit them in and they can't get the best out of them. If you try and name some others, maybe Cucurella as well, but even then he was showing signs of
Lavia.
Lavia hasn't played. You can't judge someone that hasn't played.
Just touching on
Jackson?
Mudryk as well.
Jackson can't be a flop. He's 30 million. He scored 7 goals. Your Hoyland's at 80 million and he scored less goals than him. So
12 goals.
exactly. So we're gonna have to call Hoyland a flop then as well if we're doing it like
I
that.
was going to say, you touched on Mudryk there. Thoughts on him challenging a fan for a one-on-one?
He's lost it. He needs either a loan or he needs a
Edgar.
manager.
Have you ever seen
Yesterday,
that?
he outed a Chelsea fan because he called him shit or something.
Yes.
I saw that. He was said
So
1v1
a Chelsea
me,
fan was
something
like,
like that,
you
yeah.
need to take some 1v1 lessons.
You know what I mean?
He was
With
like
him,
1v1 me
he-
for 10k.
He's still
That'll
will.
show them.
There's talent, but he needs a manager and that can like knuckle down, someone that can just get into him. And Poch, unfortunately, I don't think that he's a bit of a pushover, which is what I'm seeing. So that's what I think.
Thank you for taking Magic off us.
Okay, what will unpotch you
One of
out?
the
So if
things.
let's say you beat Aston Villa and you're through in the FA Cup, who have you got on the Premier League next week? And you win, whoever you've got. Will that change everything? Because
I'll
mate,
No.
once you say it, I can't. Unfortunately, once you say it, you can't go back. Like you're just gonna
That's
hold
fine.
it.
I won't go back. But I'm
Crystal
also
Palace
someone
away.
who's not
You
scared.
can't do
to
an Elliot
say
with
that
Arteta.
I'm also not scared to admit I was wrong. But at the moment, it's not showing I'm not wrong.
You got Crystal Palace. What did you say, Dan?
We've
You
got
can't do an Elliot with the Arteta situation.
exactly, man.
Yeah.
Elliot's
Hokey,
too scared to
hokey,
say
in and
he's
out,
not,
in and
man.
out.
We're not football
Ah,
experts.
look, making up
Shake it all
rumors,
about.
making up rumors.
We've got Palace, and then we've got City, and then I think that City game is the start of a very tough run, and I don't really see us getting much points out of it.
I reckon
Even
we will.
in 5 games we did go unbeaten or whatever, there was a lot of lucky moments. I mean, against Luton, we probably should have lost. Palace, we got a penalty. Do you know what I mean? There was a lot of papering over the cracks as well, but it's just too much, too many errors, too many manager issues.
Mm.
Amir, I'll be honest. I'm just checking your like fixture list for the next foreseeable. And I'll be honest, like as you just hearing you speak now and then just basically watching some fixture like some results from basically previous games. I'm just looking at your fixture list. I actually don't think there's going to be any points you get until the 30th of March.
Okay.
No,
And that's
Palace are quite
Burnley.
poor. They could.
Yeah, but,
We had your
but
moment.
Chelsea
Man.
are poor. No, I'm not. I'm just saying
We're very poor, but
you've got okay.
as I
Say
said, I'm the
Palace.
most
Let's say you
shame. I'm
lose
gonna be.
that.
I'm
You got
one of the
Man
most
City
shameless
away.
fans out
Then
of
you
all
got
of us.
Tottenham. Then
We're
you've
very.
got Brentford away. Then
Yeah,
you
we
got
are. We're
Newcastle
very
and then
poor.
us.
Final. You can't make a final, so I'm going to be shameless as well at the same time. You can't make a final, and apparently
Ooh, well, we'll see about that.
we'll see. No,
Uh,
100%. We're making the Champions League final. I
Yeah, we'll
promise.
see. We'll see, innit?
We'll talk about you. I can't wait. But yeah, I'm Poch out.
Secret Arsenal
Unfortunately,
fan.
even if we win the Euro League Cup, which I don't see much hope in it, still Poch out.
Suppose that takes us on to
Yeah. Any other questions?
yeah. I don't know who to go with. Elliot had a very good weekend, and I suppose Hoyland's no longer waiting for a miracle. So I don't know.
Go to me. Go to me because I have
Chavez,
I have
take
something
it away.
to. I don't know why I'm smiling when I say this. I'm so sorry. Okay, wait. Okay, just so we remember the podcast by just some breaking news, completely non-football related. The King has cancer. Now carrying on.
What?
So I just want to see your live reaction to that. Yeah, it's official. Okay,
What?
Dan, why are you smiling?
You should just put it on us.
It's almost like the João Pedro kind of news, man, that you said.
Why hasn't me gone off the camera? Amir's gone to the palace. Amir's left. Amir's gone to the palace.
Amir's gone to check up.
You just chucked that on us. I thought it was unfootball.
Right, sorry about that. But let's get back to the football. It's in this very dark day now.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very tough to talk about
Diagnosed with
football.
cancer.
But we'll proceed. We'll soldier on. So Man United played 2 football
Much like
matches.
Tom Garrett.
First one being Wolves, second one being West Ham. And one thing I said a few weeks ago, we've never won 2 in a row on an episode. We actually did it today. And I can actually talk about 2 wins. First one was an up and down game. I'm sure if you lot watched it, you enjoyed it. We have our main team back, or had our main team back before Martinez KO'd. But with the core back, we actually do have some form of a pattern of play. So that game for me, by the way, the most important of the season so far, Wolves versus Man United, because leading up to that, we hadn't had our full squad. So if we played badly that game and lost, no style, nothing, then you know what, Ten Hag, I think I would have said I'd predict him to be sacked by the end of the season, because then
What was that shout you said about Kobe Mainoo? Good finish, by the way, but what's your shout? I want to hear it. I need to hear it.
No, I just said he's the best youngster in the world in pure emotion.
Lost the plot.
Name me a better youngster.
Nine senior appearances in his career, and he's generational. You've lost the
No,
plot.
I didn't use the word
Lost
generational.
the absolute plot, mate.
I didn't say generational.
Nine senior Premier League games, and he's apparently the best in the world.
To be fair, 9 Premier League games, and he's already better than Enzo and Caicedo.
He's already had a better Premier League legacy than Enzo and Caicedo.
Yeah.
How many more goals than Enzo? I think Enzo's
Well, I
good.
mean, I don't really judge midfielders off of goals, but
he
you
does.
can if you
Amir
want.
does it.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so that was a good game. We won in the end, and Mainoo did something that, by the way, I had one comparison. Frankie de Jong is something we've been crying out for. Frankie de Jong, the drop of the shoulder, first phase midfielder. Mainoo can do that, but when has Frankie de Jong ever done that? I don't think I've ever seen him do that. To dribble past 2 players and score a last-minute goal, I'll wait for Frankie de Jong to do that. We don't need him anymore.
Call him out.
He can stay where he is. No, I'm not going to call him out. He's a fantastic dream midfielder, but we've got our own. We've got de Jong at home.
You twerked for him for a whole summer. You're so petty, man.
No, but what? Come on, we were sat when we were watching preseason, and you saw how I was picking up Mainoo, and then Casemiro decided to injure him.
Game against Arsenal, and he got injured.
Yeah,
That's true.
but
Full season.
moving on, West Ham. West Ham were poor, by the way, Amir. I don't know if you watched it, but West
Yeah.
Ham. I don't know if it's David Moyes. He really gives a lot of respect to Man United when we play, because when teams come to us, they come at us. You saw Wolves; they press as if we're some small club, which sometimes we are. He just allowed us to do our thing. I mean, there was no pressure,
Very
and West Ham didn't
anti-football.
really look like doing anything in the whole game. And
Mm-hmm.
we were quite good, clinical. Hoyland scored his miracle goal again. He scored 4 miracle goals now. And yeah, Hoyland is what I said was official. He is 8 games away from breaking Vardy's record. I didn't say he's going to do it, but and I'm going to continue to state this fact if he continues to do it. So
Yeah, so
aside from that,
yeah.
Martinez, I'm praying for Martinez because you saw
Can
the
we have
reaction of the
conversations
players.
about him? Can we have
Hmm?
conversations about Martinez, man?
Yeah, he's the best ball playing centre back in
he's
the
not.
world,
It's not. He
and
doesn't play football. He can't be. And the fact that Otamendi and Romero start over Argentina, he's not that great. Not
okay,
really.
if Martinez stays injury free, he will go down as the template of ball playing centre back in history.
Template.
Like he is
Why
the
are you
ball playing
coming out
centre
with
back that
new
football had.
words, man? New titles. The template for what?
He's the template for ball playing centre backs in world football. If you want to be a ball playing centre back, look at Martinez. He'll be the greatest in history if
What,
he
being
completes
injured?
his career without injury. Yeah, that's his biggest threat
Sitting
right
on the
now.
sideline.
I mean, that is Soufal's fault, by the way, for plunging into him. And the West Ham fans, by the way, asking for him to die in the stadium. Lovely. Hold your 3-0 loss. But yeah, it was a good game all round. Garnacho did probably one of the all-time celebrations as well. That'll be looked back on years to come. He's doing a degree in Ronaldo because a few days ago, Di Maria said, we like Garnacho in Argentina, but he needs to stop copying Ronaldo. So now Garnacho
I heard he gets
proceeded to
bullied.
do.
I heard he gets bullied because he's such a Ronaldo fan by the Argentina.
He probably does. He's almost done every celebration
Nick's
now. He's
very
still got a few
bullyable,
left.
didn't he?
And you're quite
Yeah.
smart with your Hoyland shout because he's 1 goal away from the five goals you predicted. So you set the benchmark so low so we don't come into you for a 70 million odd player. So you're quite smart in that. I suppose I got to respect your shamelessness.
Yeah,
Smart.
and yeah, long may it continue because now we've got Aston Villa. I mean, we've got to do what you got to do. Thankfully your draw has hopefully slowed Aston Villa down because they have to play midweek. But we have to do something we haven't done under Ten Hag, which is be a top 9 team. I think top 8 in the Premier League away from home. That's going to be
You've not done
incredible
that
to
under
watch.
Maybe not
I
beating
don't.
us. He must have beaten us, man, a few
I
times.
don't think we have. It's either no. Ten Hag's been in 1 season. I don't think we've done it. So we have to make history next Sunday.
Wow. And
But
Sean and Hoyland didn't meet. I was so upset. He was waiting for him. And
He needed a miracle to meet.
Yeah, didn't fully
Yeah,
come, did
he didn't get his miracle
Really
handshake.
you didn't think it was like posters in his room. He created a villain.
He's torn it down.
Now he'll make a new song.
You'll make a diss track now.
Diss track. He's gonna make a diss track
Yeah.
on Hoyland when he misses his next sitter. I suppose any questions about United? They had a plain sailing week, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anything on United? No, I guess
We usually take the piss, but unfortunately,
No,
he's
we're
got,
off the hook.
got 6 points. What?
Yeah, good.
I suppose you kind of touched on it with the result on Wolves. I suppose quickly, it was a win and only acceptable thing. Obviously, the swing of the game. Like, would you?
You were
was
lucky, man. We got 2 goals back as well. There's got to be some.
Yeah, there was still like uneasy.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's
No, there was good periods in the game as well. What I would say is I did say I actually don't care about the result in that game. Before the game, I said even if we win and it's just some shit win, then what's the point? If we actually have to play to some level because we've got our first team back, and to be fair, we did that for a very large period of the game. Obviously, we conceded goals, but that's been happening for a while. That will fix up hopefully once he gets his first choice midfield, which is Mainoo, Mount, and Bruno. I want to see that once before I die.
Over Casemiro.
Yeah, Casemiro, he has good moments, but he's growing old, isn't he? He just kind of makes too many mistakes. He's got a lot of errors in this game. But that Mount, Mainoo, Bruno midfield will be unplayable, in my opinion. Once it happens, I think the way they run about, there wouldn't be a midfield that would match us for energy. And yeah, Amir, you're laughing, but Mount was like your player of the season 1 year as well. So
1 year.
I forgot he was at United. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
He just-
that's what I mean. I completely. It was probably gonna be flop of the season, isn't it?
he's our franchise number 7 player now.
Yeah.
That says a lot about your club. Last but not least, Arsenal had a very good weekend, but started off in the midweek.
Yeah, 2-1 against Forest. Unfortunately, I was away so I couldn't watch this game, but I was tuning in here and there when I could, which was funny. No, but
I love how you're so honest.
yeah, no, I can't speak on a game I didn't watch. But apparently, from what I heard, it was squeaky bum time towards the end when they got an 89th minute goal, and then we kind of just had to sit behind the ball with as many players as we could and just kind of see out the result. Forest is quite a hard place to go to be fair. I know there's some like big six teams who have kind of gone there and struggled to get 3 points out of that as well, because for some reason they decided all their big signings like Morgan Gibbs White and everyone like that have come to light for all of a sudden, and they've decided to play well. But yeah, look, strong performance for us, as I say, like 3 points when you go off the back of like these West Ham and Fulham results, those sort of games where you're kind of, they're stupid results where we should have kind of got something out of it, but we didn't. It's typical. And then we come back strong against them. But then straight on to the big boy one, the one that I was kind of disappointed at last week when you were talking about a combined 11 and you didn't include most of the players that you should have done, hence the result. 3-1. Gosh, what a performance. I'll be honest, I think we played Liverpool off the park. I spoke about this multiple different times, so I think all of you guys, when we're talking about performances in big games for us, I sometimes say that we go quiet and we kind of let the pressure get to our heads. But this time, no, we went all out charging, and I think stop commenting.
Well, see, it's funny. Your club is funny to you, El. Like, forget about what you're saying about your stupid club. What were the celebrations about? El, you've gone into second place.
No.
I
Hold
think
on.
no, I was
Hold
gonna-
on,
I was gonna touch on-
hold on. Let me finish.
We're gonna gun for our
I just wanted to say, Havertz had a fantastic game at number 9, by the way.
He
It
missed
was
the
quality.
101.
Jorginho had a
What are you
fantastic
talking
game.
about? He missed the 101.
It doesn't matter. Does it matter? Oh,
He
okay,
should've
sorry.
scored.
No,
He was
Amir's
so
one of them.
good.
Well, Amir doesn't operate in a football game where he doesn't look around without the ball. He just
What
kind of
did
sees
Havertz
ball.
do well,
He
Fee?
just looks straight
What
at the
did
ball
Havertz
and just
do
goes
well?
like that and doesn't really look at anything else.
What did
Havertz
Havertz
had
Off
a
the ball,
brilliant
he's been
game.
quality. He was
If he was a decoy, Havertz is the decoy grenade.
he was fantastic. Anyhow, we play, and then obviously there was a stupid mistake from Van Dijk, which gave us a goal, which is amazing. And then we still had the likes of that third goal, Trossard magic towards the end.
Another Van Dijk error.
Well, that was an Alisson error, man. It went through his legs.
It
I
took
think
a
all three-
massive
deflection.
deflection off
so
Van
all
Dijk.
3 goals were deflection, but yeah.
But then
I
again,
was-
their goal was lucky as well. You can talk about luck all you
of
want, but then their
course,
goal was lucky.
you
But
took your chances. I agree. You're right.
But as I say, like when I walked in, like, when we were going into this game, you're thinking like Liverpool at home. I said to you guys as well, because they're missing Salah and we're at home, I reckon we can make them run for their money, and we did. You know, it's a big 3 points, and everyone's obviously raging about how Arteta celebrated, but they wish they had a manager like that who
That's
celebrated
not
getting
true.
3
He's the
points
most
against a big
unlikable
six club.
manager. The most unlikable manager in
This is
league.
coming from the Chelsea fan, by the way,
Yeah,
who has
it
not
is
got a
coming from
manager,
the
and maybe in
Chelsea
the next
fan,
2
but
weeks.
Sorry, but the way he runs,
Shameless from you, mate.
celebrates for a second place, and they'll probably be third after tonight when City win. It's so funny. He hasn't won anything. He has no right to be running up and down
Well,
like
I'll
that.
tell you what,
trying to
Amir.
be
I'll get
Jurgen
Arteta to
Klopp.
personally apologise to you because you're
So
showing passion for the
nuts. He
football
does
club.
it. He
I'll tell you what.
shouts
I'll tell you what. Next
Oh my
time he
God.
scores, yeah, he's just gonna go.
No. You celebrate, but running.
You're not
like
allowed.
he just won the league. Sir Alex didn't.
Oh,
do
me,
it.
you're a bum, man. Honestly, I don't understand this
Okay, won the league.
negativity towards not being able to celebrate like that
No,
when we
he can
beat a big
celebrate, but
six
there's
team like that.
milk in it, man. It's
That means
milk
we're
in
back
it.
in the title charge.
Not really. We'll
How?
see.
We're
You're
2
gonna be
points
back
off
to
top
third
place.
after tonight. You're gonna be back to third after tonight. I'm sorry. The way he's always in
Okay,
the
fortune teller.
the ref rules about not having the assistant on the side and like all these dissents and all how easy for managers to get yellow cards coming because of our tech.
Okay, hold on. Let's ignore that, for
Way too
example.
rowdy, man.
It is funny how, because obviously throughout the entire performance, we played a great game against Liverpool, but your main priority to talk to me about is how Arteta
No, let's
celebrated
talk
too
about the
hard.
game as well. I mean,
If that's your focus, then obviously all these rival fans can go sit in a
It was-
corner
it
and
was a
think
game
about
of
what they
mistakes.
did. Because we're loving life and we're back up into the
We're
title
loving
charge
life.
because we beat that Liverpool team that are also on a title charge. That's a big game for
Well,
us, and we're allowed to be happy for that.
No,
And then the
you are
rival
allowed
fans
to
are
be
basically
happy.
saying,
Let's
"I would
happy
never have
for
a manager
every
like that who'd run around." Yes, you fucking would. You'd be
No.
posting it all over your
Conte,
social media
to be fair,
saying, "My
Conte.
manager."
Conte.
You'd run like that. You would run like that.
Yes.
Run the whole length of the pitch and back and club everyone.
Why is that wrong?
Yeah, do you know what the thing with this is? Oh, it's great that he does that, but when Man City win the league at the end of the season, he's going to look a bit stupid.
No, but why though? I don't get it. We're not allowed to be happy in games anymore.
No, you should. No, you're taking it too far out of context. Like
That's not.
happy, but it's as if he's just won the league. Like I don't think Pep celebrates like that when he wins.
Why
the
does it matter how hard he celebrates? I don't get it. I don't understand why this is so much of a. Okay, I mean, how do we play? Do we play well? Do we play well?
A bit of a show. You took your. It was a game
To
of.
be fair,
Do we play well?
They made more mistakes than you. That's the reason.
Yeah, but did we play well?
No, I was going to say, do you know what? One thing that even Sky refused to cover because Jamie Carragher was too obsessed about a camera was that your goal, the Saka goal, was actually beautiful. It was a very well taken
Very well
goal.
done.
There wasn't
Yeah.
actually many mistakes from Liverpool in that goal, and in
The
the
thing
end,
is,
Saka finished it.
I know,
It was a
but-
good team goal. Arsenal at their best do play very good football. It's just your squad is too thin. Even like in that game, I know you won it, but it's just one or two injuries here or there. We were saying it last year. I don't think you've been supported enough to play.
he's coming
To
back
anyone,
now,
no
though.
one has anything on Man City. The only thing Liverpool have is they're mourning the Klopp, like the death of Jurgen Klopp at this point. That's the thing. They might win off of pure emotion, but like no one actually has anything on Man City. This is the issue.
Yeah, but do you see how, as you said though, about Jamie Redknapp basically talking about like the celebrations and camera rolls and everything like that? People can't actually like appreciate what we've done. As you said, the Saka goals quality, even though Havertz went straight to his feet, took a good touch, and then plastered it top right. Like some stuff like that in the game. Like as I say, Havertz off the ball was absolutely fantastic. Jorginho filled in very well after a no start since November. We all had a fantastic game. Obviously, there was one mistake that Saliba tried to get Raya to pick up the ball, but didn't. So Diaz got a touch and it came off Gabriel. Okay, it is what it is. But nevertheless, we had a fantastic game. Yeah, everyone's still crucifying Arsenal.
It was a
Arsenal this, Arsenal
fantastic
that.
game.
We're the worst club in the world because we have
And
passion
that was
for our
so
team.
cringe.
Yeah,
Odegaard
it's fine.
taking
If
a
you man want to be
picture of
angry
the
about that, that's
photographer,
fine.
man. It's as if these man every game after it's like they've won the league, bro. It's like
It's
so funny. I
actually
laugh
music
my
to my
head off.
ears when fans
No, it is
complaining.
because you did
They're
the
not
same
complaining about
last
the
season
quality
and
of
all
our
that
football and
stuff,
how
and
we won the game. They're
because
complaining
you
about
do it
other
last
stuff
season,
because we were that good.
at the end of the season, we'll
It's
laugh at you
fantastic.
again.
Oh,
We're gonna
keep coming,
laugh
keep
at
coming.
you.
I want to keep hearing actually.
We're
I
gonna
might
be
turn it
laughing
up.
at you when you lose again because you're gonna bottle it. You bottled it last season.
Okay.
You're in less of a chance this year. So it's like we're
Okay.
just gonna have to
Before
Okay.
we
This is 11th place Chelsea fan talking. But okay.
Yeah, I can talk though. We're in a final. And you're not.
Shameless from you.
gonna
You're
say
not-
before we
you're not in a final.
before we go round in circles, but I was gonna say obviously we're now in February. The transfer window has closed.
Worst transfer
So-
window in history.
Terrible. We
I
might
was
as well have
gonna-
been shut.
This is
Tottenham
what
won
I was
that
gonna
window.
say. Ins, outs, whatever you would have bought into your
Shaking it all
club,
belts.
rank it out of 10. So Amir,
You,
again,
Dan, nothing happened.
that's what I was gonna
Dan,
say.
I'm
What are we
grading
ranking?
What like
Yeah.
did we
0 out of 10 for everyone. I can.
is
There you go.
are we settling for a 0? There was no big. Was there any big signings?
No,
as well?
Chelsea did sign. Chelsea signed someone, some
Was it like
Brazilian. wasn't it?
15-year-old or whatever it was. Was that
No,
the
I don't
one?
care about 15-year-olds anymore.
I mean, rate the 15-year-old.
Rate him right.
Go on, man. Go on, Amir.
Oh, man.
Rate about 10. How was your transfer window? With the
0.
15-year-old.
We didn't do anything.
What
Why you
about-
rating- why you
We
rating
we
for-
did sell, like we gave away Pellistri, I guess, and thankfully we kept him on just so he can watch the team from the bench and just be sad. So as
send
it
him
stands
back to
right now.
Sunderland.
Yeah, and as he watched Anthony drop, probably one of the worst substitute performances against Wolves that I've ever seen. Literally everything that he touched was bad. And we didn't do anything, and I think that's Chelsea's fault, by the way. The whole how much they spent last season
Yeah.
getting the whole amortization thing banned. I mean, everyone was ready to do what Chelsea did. It's smart. No, what you did was smart, but the only thing is now you're
when you
stuck with
try
these
and
players for
copy,
8 years.
you've got an issue of it, innit? And the fact that
Where,
you spend 90
where?
on Anthony and 70 on Pepe doesn't add to this, by the way. It's all Chelsea. So I'll
That's
take
one
the-
player. One player, Pepe, by the way. But carry on. Your 120 mil
90
midfielders.
million for Rice, Havertz for 70 million, who apparently, because when he doesn't touch the ball, he's amazing. So we should just.
A bit can't
He's
comprehend off the ball play, but go on.
If you just don't have him on the pitch, he's amazing all the time. And Arteta
He's
celebrating like
quality,
they won
yeah.
the
So
league.
how do if he
He's
wasn't in that
lifted the
correct place, then how did
second
Saka get the
place
goal? If he
You,
didn't
you
like,
enjoy a second place trophy, man. You're crazy.
Right, we're going to go round in circles as we do at the end of the episode every week. Thank you very much for watching, and until next week, goodbye.